we're lucky to have his support and have him here to speak out for the New York divestment legislation.
Good afternoon. Again, my name is Karim Camara. I'm the state representative for the 43rd District in Brooklyn and executive pastor of the First Baptist Church of Crown Heights, also located in Brooklyn. I'm grateful and encouraged that so many of you have come here today to be a part of this great effort. We are here to stand together to say that we want the genocide to stop now, that we are demanding that the City Council, New York City government, state government, China, all entities that are helping to support the genocide to divest now. I was so glad that my colleague in government, Councilman Joya, mentioned 100 years ago, American missionaries in the Middle East sent back letters describing the massacre of entire villages of Armenians, and our nation responded. People gathered in the town squares of Boston and Baltimore and Chicago. They raised money and they raised noise. And in the process, they began what many believe was the first international human rights movement in American history. Now here we are, more than a century later, in the town square of the capital of the world. We're standing at the planet's political crossroads, and we're still dealing with the same problem. We can't claim to have made human nature perfect. We haven't eliminated the deep-set personal and systemic causes of injustice. We can't control people's capacity for brutality, but we can control how we respond to it. This is a critical hour. For years now, we've recognized the massacres in Darfur for what they are: genocide. So I'm startled to learn that China has been one of the main reasons that thousands continue to die every month, because they provided the government of Sudan with oil revenue and have helped keep the United Nations Security Council from deploying peacekeepers to Darfur. Our appeal today is very simple: for China to stop being a silent partner in genocide. And to the state of New York, let us not repeat our country's mistakes of the recent past. When the genocide occurred in Bosnia, we did too little, too late. When the genocide occurred in Rwanda, we did nothing. Now a crucial moment is upon us yet again, and we cannot wait any longer. Our government has initiated sanctions against Sudan, but that's not enough to stop these horrific killings. More needs to be done, and more needs to be done now. This is one of those rare issues that it really is simple. It really is black and white. Many times we have litmus tests to decide where you stand on an issue, where you stand on a particular policy, or how you voted for education or health care. Here is something that's very simple, that if we are against genocide, then we should divest. If we really believe that all men are created equal, if we really believe in democracy and peace and freedom, it is vitally important that our state government support targeted divestment from Sudan. It's time we exercise this radical responsibility. And to let you all know, the New York State Government Pension Fund amounts to about $150 billion. $150 billion. Hundreds of millions of those dollars are tied to companies supporting the Sudanese government. By telling those companies that if they keep supporting those butchers, we're going to take our money away. We have the ability to snatch the cleaver right out of their hands by taking our money out. And lastly, as I close, as Julia Ward Howe said 100 years ago, we have the spirit of our society, every mandate from on high, and the very heart of humanity, all pleading for justice, all crying out against the atrocities we know are happening in Darfur. Every day we wait, more people are killed. It's time that we live up to the promise shown in these town squares more than a century ago. We must declare unequivocally that we will not tolerate inaction. Failure to deal with this horror means that all talk of guaranteeing future peace for our country is simply empty rhetoric. So we say again today to New York City, to New York State, that we're demanding that the taxpayers' dollars not be invested in genocide in a foreign country. We cannot do as we did in Bosnia. We cannot do as we did in Rwanda and take no action. We must take action. And I'm so glad that we have young people here today who are leading this movement, because young people change the world. The great movements in human history have been started and led by young people. So we will be able to look back one day and look at this date on the calendar and say that we came together in the town square and we stood and we were led by young people. We led the charge and we helped end genocide in Darfur. Stop the genocide now. Stop the genocide now. Stop the genocide now. Stop the genocide now.
Stop the genocide now. Stop the genocide now. Stop the genocide now.
Stop the genocide now.